so dry, and we really, really need rain. So I wanted to continue talking about the problems that I had, basically with the stoma bag. And basically what it boils down to is I had cancer, and I had radiation damage to my bladder and the tubes that go from the bladder to the kidneys, and so basically I had to go ahead and get a stoma bag implanted, or whatever it is you call it. And I have a bit of problems with the bursting, especially when I'm at work. And I don't know if it's because I'm sitting so long, or I'm not paying attention, or sometimes time just gets away from me and I hadn't realized it would have been so long. I don't know, but like I could sit up and so I have to go home. Of course, it would be a whole lot easier to bring a set of clothes and a backup bag and all that, but it doesn't work that way for me because it'll burst on the side and it'll be extremely cemented around the rest of it. So I've got to go home and scrub it off, make sure it's all off, because I have tried putting on another bag before and it didn't get a good seal, so it didn't work at all. Just wasted a bag, and those things are expensive, very, very expensive. And with my insurance, which, I mean, I work for the state and I thought it was pretty stinking good insurance, it's CovaCare, which is a part of Blue Cross Blue Shield. You have to meet your deductible before they start paying it, which, as expensive as they are, especially if you go right through the company, they are pretty quick to meet that deductible. But the problem is that you've got to fork out that money first, and who has that just lying around? You know, hello. Civil servants, you know. And just go on, pull out in front of me and go 5 miles an hour. Go ahead. Go ahead. And so I found it easier just to order my bags off Amazon, because yeah, I may end up paying the same $300 and some, but that's like over at least 6 months, so you know, I may pay twice as much, but I don't have to come up with that money all at one time, because I've got other plans for my money, like living, paying my bills, and so I mean, I don't have but so many complaints, because in all honesty, I mean, you know, I'm not having kidney issues, and hopefully it'll prolong my life, but it's been so embarrassing. And not only has it been extremely embarrassing, but the panic that I feel along with it, which, by the way, I talked to my doctor and she doubled my anxiety medicine, and it has been a whole lot easier to cope hello. But I didn't realize the body pains that I had been feeling. I thought were just stiffness, or, you know, well, one thing or another, but apparently it was all part of that anxiety / depression, all cooped up in one. And especially when you feel trapped, that you have to, you don't have any choice. got to get up and you've got to go to work, and everything's depending on you because the insurance is carried through my work. So my whole family is depending on me, especially because, you know, you got to carry these kids till they're 26 years old now. And you thought you were done at 18, didn't you? They don't have to listen to your rules. They're done with you. But, yeah, you still have to take care of them. So, the insurance is carried under mine. And as I mentioned last time, my husband had a stroke just a couple weeks ago. And I held it together, I think, for the first week. And then, not so much after that. It just, you know, it's like, okay, I pulled every nerve, every string, every blade that I could to struggle through for that first week and a half. I just couldn't do it anymore. And I didn't think that the medicine would help. I mean, I was really, really afraid to, you know, for her to, you know, add to my medicine, because in my way of thinking, basically it's like an alcoholic. I mean, you know, if that's your crutch, if you're going to it every single time that things get tough, that essentially what you're a drug addict, right? You know, I mean, I honestly don't know how I lived without my anxiety medicine before. I mean, I've struggled with that and, you know, depression my whole life, and I still have all my emotions, even doubling it up. But, you know, I just, the day-to-day things, and like I said, the body pains and stuff, just, anyway, it was just too much. But I talked it over with her, and, you know, she was like, I don't think, you know, you'd be an addict, you know, you're so afraid of it, Melinda, you know, maybe, you know, let's just try it and see if, you know, if you can go back, you know, later on. And I tried, like, okay, well, I'm just going to take my doubles on the week, during the week, you know, when I'm so stressed out, you know, about work, and, you know, that I'm going to lose my bladder, you know, while I'm at work, you know, and I'll just take a single one on the weekends. Nope. It was like day one, okay, Thursday night, that's when I take my medicine because it knocks me out. I took my 2 pills. Friday, I felt great. Like, it took, like, I don't know, maybe a week for it when I first started the medicine, you know, because I hadn't been on any medicine before for it to get in my system. And then, you know, then I definitely noticed a difference. But this time I noticed a difference day one, and I thought, well, it's probably just a good day or whatever. So Friday night, I took the 5 milligrams or whatever it was, and I know she told me it was the lowest dose that, you know, she could prescribe when she first prescribed it, like over a year ago. Anyhow, so I took the single dose Friday night, and then that whole day Saturday, I mean, it was just, that whole week was right there, and I was like, really? Just one day? Just one day it changes, you know, don't, when they say don't alter your medicine, don't mess with it, they're not playing. So anytime I up my medicine from now on, if I have to, I'm sure I'm not going back on anything. I'm getting used to it. One day, I was already used to it. So, anyhow, but obviously I needed it, because, damn, I mean, whew, it was rough. It was rough. I mean, everything all at one time, and it's just too much. It's just too much. Anyway, about the stone. It has definitely, I'm sure, prolonged my life of what it would be. I'm sure, especially because kidney issues are definitely, I've talked with people, because I go to a kidney specialist, and that's where they do the dialysis. And, you know, that was, I mean, every time, you know, people say, yeah, definitely take care of your kidneys, because you'd be here with us if you didn't. You know, do all you can when you're younger to take care of your kidneys. And I mean, you know, these people, what they're going through, it is like, I have no room whatsoever to complain. If I get to that point, yeah, probably I would have a little bit of right to complain. But right now, I don't. And, you know, I said that I was going to try for the disability, and my doctor basically said that there's like Social Security disability, and there's like, you know, partial, you know, you go out for a couple months. Well, right now, especially, you know, I mean, I don't want to leave my coworkers, you know, like hanging, you know. I mean, I don't feel like I'm that person. I mean, you know, people are supposed to be taking their vacations, and, you know, anyway, I feel like right now the medicine is working, and as long as it's working, I should be too. So that's where I am right now. And I'm home. And there's my little goats. There's my goaty goats. All right, bye.